Assalamualaikum dan selamat sejahtera. For today's class, we're going to focus on promotion mix. But I do not want you to get confused between marketing mix, promotion mix, and marketing channel. First, you need to understand marketing mix. It is 4 P's: product, price, place, promotion. Promotion mix is under marketing mix. It relates to promotion. It is marketing activities that can be conducted by the organization to communicate customer value. For marketing channel, it relates to place. It is a place for channel members to work together to ensure that product can reach final consumer. So the core is marketing mix. It helps the organization to determine its product strategy, pricing strategy, marketing channel and channel members, as well as promotion mix. Our focus today is promotion mix. For better understanding, this chapter is divided into 3 parts. First, promotion mix tools. Second, integrated marketing communication. Third, communication in terms of elements, steps, budget. Let us move to the first part, which is promotion mix tools. There are 5 promotion mix tools, and the first one is advertising. Keywords for advertising are presentation and promotion. So the organization can present and promote through brochure, pamphlet, video, and many other mediums in the form of broadcast, print, online, mobile, outdoor. Example of broadcast is television. Example of print is newspaper. Example of online is Facebook. The other example of online are Twitter, Instagram, websites. Example of mobile is mobile application. The example of outdoor is billboard. The organization can consider all of these forms in order to present and promote their product and companies to the potential customer audience. The second tool is sales promotion. The keyword here is short-term incentive. The organization can offer discounts and coupons to the customer in order to encourage them to make sales, to purchase product or services. Discount, 70% discount, 90% discount can be provided to the customer so that they will go to your store to purchase the product, or they can purchase it online by giving them discount. And some of the companies, such as fast food restaurants, they give coupons so that the buyers, the customer, will go to their store and give the coupons, or they can also use it online, and this will encourage purchase. Besides that, the organization also can do displays and demonstration. So they will demonstrate on how to use their product. They will demonstrate and deliver to you what are the benefits of your product so that the customer can see it and they are aware that your product is available in the market. So this is one of the ways that can be used by the organization to communicate customer value. The third tool is personal selling. Personal selling is when the seller meet the customer directly, face to face, for the purpose of developing the relationship with them engage with them, and of course to make sales. So when they are able to meet them directly, they are able to tell them the benefits of the product, how to use the product. And the example of the company who use personal selling is Koei. That's angkatannya. Because they have to promote to them directly and tell them the package that they offer, the benefits that the product can offer to them. So personal selling is also one of the way to communicate customer value. But this one, it is through face-to-face meeting. And in fact, uh, normally products which needs more engagement with the customer will use personal selling. For example, insurance, those who sell insurance, they use personal selling so that they have to meet the customer personally to tell them whatever that they want to offer to the customer. The fourth tool is public relation. I would like to tell you that the organization use public relation in order to develop a good relationship with the public, and also to manage any bad rumors, events, or stories that they are facing. So it does not only just about building the good reputation, it also to help the organization to handle any bad news or stories or rumors which can affect the operation of the organization. So that's why the organization, they will conduct press release when they are launching a new product, when they want to tell the public that they are doing social responsibilities, and they also can provide scholarship. One of the companies that provide scholarship that very close to us is Fair and Lovely, because they also provide the scholarship to those in UMK, University Malaysia Kelantan. Okay, so press release, sponsorship, events, web pages can be used by the organization to ensure that we get a good publicity and we are able to manage the bad things that can affect our operation, so that the public get a clearer picture, so that the public can understand more about our operation, and they know that we are doing the good thing which will need their support for the sake of the company. So the last one is direct and digital marketing. So it involved to the targeted customer. Okay, but they are using the direct digital marketing, such as they are using email. So that's why you always have emails relating to promotion, relating to product that is emailed to you. So this is also one of the direct and digital marketing. Okay. Besides that, we also have, because I do not want you to miss any of the example, catalogs, online catalogs also can be used for direct digital marketing. And we also have online and social media. This is also one of the example of direct digital marketing. You use Facebook, use Instagram in order for you to sell your product, to promote your product. Mobile marketing, okay, you have mobile apps, and these mobile apps also one of the way for you to promote your product. Promotion which is sent through SMS, MMS, downloaded apps, because when you download apps, normally there are some sort like push notification that requires you to do something. This push notification is actually the marketing from certain companies. Okay, when you download, and then you can see that if you want to purchase this, you can go to this website, or if you want to download another software or another apps, you can go to this one. This is some sort like marketing activities that is conducted by the mobile apps developer. Okay, and then we have mobile websites and mobile device, which is used to scan QR code. So these are all direct and digital marketing that can be used by the organization, because we are at the age of online platform is very, very crucial for the retailers or for the consumers themselves. So we have to consider on direct digital marketing in order to promote our product. But this is where the second part of the chapter comes in, where you have to understand integrated marketing communication. All of these 5 tools need to be integrated. Why? Because of the situation which is happening right now. Consumers are changing. They are changing from before this they are only focused on going to the store to buy the product that they want from you, but now they have a lot of e-commerce websites, a lot of e-commerce sites that they can rely on in order to buy your product. E-commerce sites such as Lazada, Shopee, Zalora, and many other e-commerce sites that they can rely on in order to reach your product. So they are changing, especially during this difficult time. They are not able to go to the store, so they just buy it online, and they just use the mobile apps for in order to order food, in order to get groceries. They can just get from Tesco online groceries. They can just get from the Grab. They can Food Panda. So there are many applications that they can use which help them, because why they are changing, because of the situation which is happening right now, because of the technology. So here, advances in digital technology which is happening right now. So that's why consumers are changing, marketing strategies are also changing. So I always advise to businesses that they have to think about their business model, because now, because of the technology which is very accommodating, which help the consumer to get the product faster as compared to before. So you have to rethink about your business model. Okay, you have to think of join the e-commerce sites. You need to think of how to develop your own mobile apps. You need to think of how uh, to strategize your product, because before this you know that your product is only for those who come to your store to buy to take your product. Okay, I just take those who sell food. The consumer have to come to their store, come to their shop, come to their place to get the product. But now we can consider of make it frozen, so that we can just purchase it, we can ship it, we can package it. So you have to think on how to uh, improvise your business model so that it fits the condition, the market, it fits the technology, and it helps you to gain more profit. So that's why it's very important for the organization to integrate all the tools: advertising, personal selling, public relation, direct digital marketing, sales promotion. However, the most important thing is the message that you want to send to your customer must be consistent, must be clear, must be compelling. I would like to explain a bit about the word consistent. When it, when I said consistent, it's how you make sure that the message that you try to send through all of these tools are consistent. If you would like to tell to the customer that your product is high quality product, which you cannot get from any other competitors, you need to make sure that the message is consistent when you want to advertise it, when you want to do personal selling, when you want to do public relation, when you want to do direct digital marketing, and also when you want to do sales promotion. It must be consistent so that it is more effective, because people, when it is inconsistent, so your audience may get the wrong message about your product. Probably when you do sales promotion, when the discount is too low, probably they think that this is not a good product. That's why they are giving a very they are giving too much sales promotion. So it needs to be consistent. So that's why you have to think of a clear message that you want to send to your customer. So this is where the third part comes in. It's about communication. Okay? If when you want to deliver something which is consistent, which is clear and compelling, which can create interest, you have to know what are the elements inside the communication process. I am the sender, you are the receiver, because I send the message to you, but I'm sending to you something which is through a media which is the video itself. Okay, but this message and this media can be influenced, can be disturbed by noise that can comes from the environment, it can comes from the market, that comes from the other parties. So there are many factors that can influence how the media and message can be influenced and be disturbed by the noise. Once the receiver able to decode the message because they read or they watch, then they grasp the idea, they grasp the concept, and they grasp the message. So they are able to give a response, whether it's a good or bad response. A good response, they will purchase more. Okay, and they also give feedback to the sender. So it is very crucial for the sender to take the feedback so that they are able to improve the message that they want to send later. They are able to improve the media that they will choose later. Okay, so these are the elements inside communication process. Um, Besides that, you have to know the steps in effective communication. It started with identifying the target audience, and it ends with selecting message source and collecting feedbacks. So when we want to start with identify the target audience, this question can be answered only when you have identify your target audience. When you want to reach kids, children, young children, it will not be the same as how you want to talk to your adult customer. However, when you want to, for example, you want to sell toys, you, you need to understand that adults are the one who pay for the toys that the kids will use. So you have to know who is your target audience. So you want to sell toys, and you need to understand that toys will be used by the kids, which will be paid by their parents. So you have to know your target audience are actually young parents and kids. So you need to know to reach, how to communicate with kids, because the kids will influence parents, and you need to know how to influence the parents. You need to know how to communicate with the parents, because they are the one who will pay for the toys that is suggested by the kids. So all this all this come back to the question, who is your target market and who is your target audience? Once you are able to clarify on that, be specific, okay? Because as I have explained to you earlier, you want to sell toys, but you need to understand that toys are actually for children, for kids, but the one who pay for it is actually their parents. So you have to understand that your target audience is actually parents and their kids. And so this will help you to know what you need to say to them, what you need to, how it needs to be said, when, where, and who will say it. Because the most important thing is who will say it. This actually important because the one who say it definitely will influence the receiver. The receiver will be influenced by who will say it, especially when the people who say it is actually opinion leaders. This one will be discussed later. Okay, the second step is to determine the communication objective. The objective is definitely to make sure that the audience make purchase. That is the ultimate objective. But in order for you to reach the objective, to make sure that people will buy your product, you need to create awareness and to make sure that they have knowledge on the product that you want to sell. So that's why the advertisement is very important so that you are able to make sure that people are aware of your product. And I also have mentioned in class, in my real class, that when you want to make people aware of your product in the online platform, that's why you have to have your own website. Even though you don't have your own website, you can have Facebook page, or maybe you can have Twitter page or Instagram page, just to make sure that they realize and they are aware that you exist the online platform. So that's how you exist in the online platform, by establishing yourself in the online platform. So if you want to have a store, you can also have a store. But how about the agents? Okay, agents. You have your headquarters. That's how you're aware. People aware that you exist in the market. So how do you want to make sure that you people aware? You need to tell them that you exist. So when you exist, this is where this is when the customer are actually acquiring or collecting knowledge about your product. So they will have to know about the benefits of your product, the usefulness of your product, and what makes your product different as compared to the others. So when they are aware and know about your product, then they will start to like it. However, there are many other alternatives that they can get in the market. So it's very important for you to make sure that they prefer your product as compared to the others. Okay, and for the purchase to happen, your customer must aware, have knowledge, like your product as compared to the others, convict to your product, and last one, they will purchase your product, and that is your objective of communicating the customer value. So you actually use the marketing channel, you actually use the promotion mix in order for you to make sure that they will buy your product. And in order for them to buy your product, they have to communicate the customer value. And normally people will buy your product when they think that the money that they give to you is worth it. Customer value. So when it is worth it, when they prefer your product as compared to the others, then they will buy your product. So this is the third step. IDA. Those named IDA, remember: A, attention; I, interest; D, desire; E, action. The same thing with objective. The ultimate is actually to obtain action. Okay, so first your message must be something that can get the attention, interest, and desire of your targeted audience. So some of the people, they normally will want, or they will you will be able to get the attention, interest, and desire from something that relates to them. So you have to make sure that your message is something which is relatable to the targeted audience. Nanti kita akan, then I will explain to you about what are the appeal that you appeal to, macam pujukan. Okay, how do you want to pujuk them? How you want to make them feel connected to your message? But the most important thing is how do you want to obtain action. Action is uh, how how do you want to make sure that the receiver will do something. And for example, they know where to get the product. They know when is the sales promotion, and so that they can go to the store. They know where to get the product, whether it is at the store only, or they can search the website, or they can get it online, or they can get it from agent. So these are the things that you have to embed in the message, because even though you are able to get their attention, interest, and desire, arouse their desire to do something, but if you are not able to get them to obtain action, to do some action, so it is something not meaningful, because it is not effective enough in terms of communication with your customer. So when you want to design a message, besides of using AIDA model, you can also try to consider on the content that you would like to convey. Convey dalam bahasa Melayu ialah sampaikan, convey to your customer. What to say? What do you want to deliver to your customer? Whether you want to give information, or whether you want to make them aware that your product is available. So because I told you earlier, you have to make them aware, you have to give them some information in order for them to make a purchase. So these are the things that you need to put inside the message. And the structure and format is how to say it. So that's why the fonts are very important. The colors of the message, the colors of the advertisement also have to be something which is compelling, which is attractive to the eyes of your target audience. So the content, it can be rational appeal, it can be emotional appeal, or moral appeal. So rational appeal is actually relates to the self-interest of the target audience. So the target audience, they have their own hobby, they have their own interest, they have their own liking and preference. So you can try to cater to that interest. If they like something, if you know that they are more towards the outdoor activities, because you want to sell sport shoes. So those who buy sport shoes, someone who likes outdoor activities. So you try to make the message around that interest, so that they are attracted to the message that you want to deliver to them. Emotional appeal, so it can be something which is positive or negative. So normally emotion can motivate person to buy something, and it can be something which is positive emotion. Happy, so when you are happy, so it will motivate you to buy something. Orang perempuan kalau happy dia memang suka beli pun. So when you are happy, so or negative can be sad, something sad that makes you want to purchase something. And one of the sad emotion, uh, when you die, of course, when people die, we get sad. So when we get sad, we have to buy something so that it can prepare you from that kind of emotion. Okay, so insurance also can try to. You can try to put emotion towards your message in order to make sure that people will motivate to buy your product. Or moral appeal. So this is something that make you sense what is right and proper. So what is right to do? What is right to do now? The right thing to do now is to buy mask, face mask, because everybody is using it. So this is the right thing to do. So you try to make sure that it makes people sense that this is the right thing to do. So I have to buy it. I have to buy something for my kids because this is the right thing to do as a parent. I need to buy this insurance. I need to buy this. So these are things that you try to enforce to the feeling of the receiver. Okay. Last one. Okay. So this is Choosing is the 1, 2, 3, 4. The fourth start. In order to get effective communication is to choose channels and media. So they are personal communication and non-personal communication. I just would like to make it simple for you to understand, okay? Instead of reading the slide. Personal communication is when you are able to communicate directly with each other. The receiver are able to communicate with the sender. So that's why face-to-face phone, when you call, they will call you, okay, would you like to buy this one? Because we are offering this. So it's all something that you can respond to each other directly. When you text them and then you can reply back. So when you mail, you can actually mail back to them if you have any inquiries. So that is called personal communication. So it allows people to communicate directly. For non-personal communication, it does not allow you to communicate directly. Okay, let me tell you, kalau dalam TV, you don't like that advertisement, you're not able to say, I don't like your advertisement, unless you are using email to communicate with them. Okay, they are giving you something. Okay, I would like to offer you this one. Would you would you like to purchase it from us? So you can actually respond to them. But this one, for non-personal communication, there is no personal contact or feedback. So this does not allow you to give personal feedback to them. So the organization can choose whether they want to have personal communication or non-personal communication. So advertisement in the TV, you're not able to give the feedback because it's only one-way communication. They give you the message, you receive it, so you are not able to actually contact them to give any further feedback. Inside that, we have opinion leaders, and these opinion leaders are those whose opinions are sought by others. In the fashion industry and any industry, there must be some certain people that people are looking forward to. So any advice from them, any suggestions will be taken by the public, and they will follow them. So that's why many of the organizations, they are using opinion leaders in order to convey the message to customer. Buzz marketing, I have explained to you earlier in the class that you use buzz marketing to amplify, untuk membesarkan lagi efek sesuatu promotion ataupun marketing kepada customer. Okay, so buzz marketing juga boleh guna cara we try to get the opinion leaders to talk for you, to spread the information about your product so that people will come and buy your product. So they amplify, awak besarkan efek marketing tu by using opinion leaders. Tapi kalau contoh biasa lah, kalau awak nak faham buzz marketing, this is a very simple. When you want to amplify, do you still remember I told you in class about spicy chicken by McDonald's? Okay, before this, no one really bothers about that. I am one of the fan of spicy chicken. Okay, but I'm not sure whether it's in 2018 or 2019. They try to do mass marketing, and people try they went to MACD to buy spicy chicken because of the buzz marketing that is being conducted by or being used by McDonald's to promote their chicken, spicy chicken. Okay, they have people that try to eat bunyi crunch, is very crunchy. Okay, so people tiba-tiba dapat excitement to buy it again. Okay, so that's why you can use buzz marketing, and in this context they use opinion leaders. Dalam, kalau yang selalunya orang dia ada ways lah on how you want to do buzz marketing. Okay, kalau macam McDonald's tu, actually they are trying to use the video advertisement and showing that people are eating that spicy McChicken, spicy chicken, and then they can That's why a lot of people they went to McDonald's to buy it. Now I do not know whether there's still hype on it, but uh, before this, there's a hype over spicy chicken because of the mass marketing. Okay, so when you want to select the method source, so this is the last part. You have to select and you have to collect feedback. So Nike, they use athletes. Adidas, they use entertainers, because they believe that they have their they know their target audience. Okay, they know their target audience. They have their own values that they want to deliver. So they will try to find. They will try. They will make sure that the communicator of their product is someone that the target audience uh, look that the target audience wants. And normally that's why when you want to sell health care products, you try to get expertise in, it doesn't matter, traditional medicine or in modern medicine, doctors, expertise uh, in a disease or any other things. Okay, you can get them to give or to spread the information about your product. So your target audience believe in them. So when they believe in them, so they will buy the product based on their suggestions. So this is how, if you are a small business, you want to expand, this is when you try to expand your network and try to get those that you think are able to spread your information about your product effectively. Okay, because you are able to expand when you are able to spread more information about your product, so that you can get more people to buy and purchase your product. So I've seen a lot of cases where they are able to expand because they are using the right people to communicate the customer value to the customer. When you are able to get the right people to communicate your product, that is when you are able to get into the ladder of success. Okay, so this is one of the most important thing, is you need to collect feedback. So you have to measure the behavior before and after the content is delivered to the recipient, because the behavior before they see, they read or watch the content, and what is the behavior after uh, they have read or watched the content, because this will be reflected on your sales. Okay, so it's very important for you to collect the feedback before and after behavior of seeing the content. Okay, this is the last part before we end our chapter. This is the budget. Okay, the this is I told you that this is actually under the third part, which is communication, budget. So communication is actually communication. When you want to communicate, you need to do promotion. When you want to do promotion, you have to make sure that it is under your budget. So because this is very important for you to control the promotion, so that you does not exceed from whatever that you are able to pay. So that is affordable method. For affordable method, what normally the small businesses use this kind of method, affordable method, where they have to determine their apa nama kita panggil tu, saya takut tersalah ke masuk neraka. They have to determine their, oh yes, total revenues. They have their total revenues. They need to deduct the operating cost. Okay, they have to deduct operating cost. They have total revenue. They deduct operating costs and capital outlays. So the remaining budget that they have will be used for promotion. Once again, you have total revenues, you deduct operating costs and capital outlays. So the remaining budget can be used for promotion. So because this is something that you afford, that you are able to pay, because you have already paid for operating expenses, capital outlays, okay, so the amount of money, the remaining amount of money can be used for promotion. The second tool is percentage of sales method. For the percentage of sales method, uh, you have to estimate the sales that you will get in the future, and it based on the unit sale price of the product, unit sale price. So you have to calculate that one, and whether you, how many that you want to use from that, 10%, 20%, that will be allocated for promotion. You have to determine the estimate future sale, forecasted future sales, or maybe the percentage of the unit sales price, and that one will be your promotion budget that you can use for promotion. Competitive parity method is the third tool that you can use, which is you try to compare with your competitors' advertising costs, or you can get the information from the trade association, because the trade association for each of the industry, they have the estimation of advertising budget for each of the industry. So you can try to compare with the estimation of advertising by the trade association, or you can try to compare with your competitors who sell similar product to you. The fourth one, the last one, is objective and task method. So that's why I already asked you what is your marketing objective, and for promotion objective, the same thing, you have your promotion objective, and in order for you to achieve the objective, there must be certain activities that you have to conduct. So the certain activity that you have to conduct, for example, if you want to achieve 1 million sales, or say, what are the activities that you have to conduct? You have to broadcast in television. The advertisement need to broadcast in television because it can achieve larger audience. And you also have to do you have to involve in exhibition. So in order for you to involve in exhibition, how much that you need to pay? So this all involve cost. So in order for you to reach the objective, you have to set the activities, and you need to know the cost of the activities. So that is the objective and task method. By referring to the objective, you determine the cost of the tasks which are needed to achieve these objectives. So this is the most relevant tool that you can use in order for you to set your budget, because remember, third part tadi pasal communication, elements, types, third one budget. Tapi budget ni tadi you communicate because you want to do promotion, so that's why you have to determine on your budget. So I think that's all for this chapter. The most important thing is this chapter is actually, I believe that this is one of the most important chapter that you have to understand, because it relates to the marketing activities in the organization. So if you want to involve in the business, you have to make sure that you are able to integrate the promotion mix tools, because of the changing landscape of market that is happening right now, especially when it comes to customer, especially when it comes to marketplace. And the technology is so advanced that you can use so many things with the direct and digital marketing. You do not have just to rely on the mail marketing. You do not just have to rely on the SMS or MMS. You can also try to develop your own apps. You can also try to join many e-commerce sites that you would like to join, or you can also try to develop your own e-commerce site, so that you are able to gather a lot of suppliers, a lot of retailers in the marketplace. So there are so many options which are available for you. It's just that on how, as I told you, it's just that on how you try to improvise your business model to the landscape, to the changing landscape, to the changing needs and wants of the customer in this modern technology world. Okay, thank you very much. I hope that you will learn something. Okay, I think we just have another 3 weeks or 2 weeks. Okay, but don't worry. Um, you can ask me anything through WhatsApp or platform. And the most important thing, I have to save this video. Okay, bye. Oh yes, another one. Stay safe.